That quiet moment before sleep, the hum of a street lamp outside the window, the soft turning of pages in a book that no longer feels like home. Meet Eli, a young man raised with love and expectations. His parents dreamed of him as a doctor, so he studied biology. His teacher said law was prestigious, so he switched majors. Friends called him lucky when he landed a high-paying job. But inside, something felt off. It wasn't hate for success, it was heartbreak over what he gave up to get there. Treaty year 1. He told himself this was the right choice. Year 2. He started doubting if he had ever made a choice at all. Year 3. He stopped seeing friends, stopped dreaming. Year 4. He stared at his reflection and whispered, "Who are you really?" Then came the storm. Not literal, emotional. A breakdown after a breakdown. A question echoing louder each time. Why am I living someone else's dream? And then, the turning point. He cleaned out an old box dust, childhood clothes, forgotten memories. Underneath, he found it. A worn notebook, yellowed pages, faded handwriting, titled, "What I Want to Be." At age 12, he'd drawn comic panels, wrote stories, dreamed of being an animator. Now, he laughed not at the dream, but at how far he'd drifted from it. So he did something radical. He opened a new notebook, not for exams, not for job applications, just for drawing, for writing, for remembering who he was. He posted one short comic online, not expecting much. Someone commented, "This made me want to find my own path again." Something shifted. He began taking evening classes, spent weekends sketching instead of scrolling. Eventually, he handed in his resignation letter, not to escape, but to return to himself. His parents didn't understand. Some friends asked, "Are you sure?" But for the first time in years, Eli smiled and said, "Yes, don't live someone else's truth so loudly that you drown out your own." Inspired by Brené Brown. Let's take a quick snapshot. Before, Eli successful, respected, quietly unhappy. After, Eli grounded, creating, finally at peace. He didn't become famous, but he became fulfilled. So ask yourself, Jean, what part of your younger self have you buried? Jean, what would happen if you gave it space to breathe again? Tell us or write it down today. We'd love to cheer you on. Because sometimes the most important journey isn't the one everyone sees. It's the one only you can feel.